Welcome back, folks. So I guess we're at the kit box again. So it's kit of the month time. Reach in here, get a good mix, and pick out a kit. And there we go. We've got this one here. Let me look this one up. I think I have some information about this one. Let me look it up and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is supposed to be an Ammeter module kit. Got a heck of a big chip. Ooh, this looks like a big hefty resistor. That could easily be a shunt resistor. And no instructions, so I'm gonna have to look it up online and get some instructions for the build of this thing. I don't even have a parts count or what goes where. I guess you can always follow the silk screen. Okay, so this is an IC station kit. It's a do-it-yourself 4-digit segments red digital display Ammeter kit ICL 7107. I guess that's the big chip. So it has an operating voltage 5 volts, draws 35 milliamps, 0 to 2 amps measurement range. And it's got this complete list of components here. A schematic diagram, a brief description of the operating principle, and finished product debugging information. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go through this list of components here, make sure that I have everything. Okay, I verified that all the components are there. And I didn't tick this one off, but there it is right there, that variable resistor, multi-turn pot. So let's get started on this. And as usual, what I do is I solder in all the low components first. So I'll probably start off with these resistors, or the diodes here. Then we'll go over to the resistors, and maybe some of these smaller capacitors, and just build up. We'll get started on that. So I'm going to cue up the music, and unless something interesting happens, we'll see you at the end. Well, we've got a bit of an issue here. It looks like you can't get there from here, kind of thing. So if you have the IC socket, if you install the IC socket first, there are a couple of pins that you can't get to on the display. And if you install the display first, you can't get to the pins on this side of the socket. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise the socket up a little bit and try to get in this way through to the pins. And I'll do this side first. I'll do a couple of pins to get it level, and then I'll do the other side. That is really odd. And there's nothing in here that warns you about that. No. Nothing in the instructions to warn you about. Okay, let's see if I can get this to work. I might need a smaller tip on my iron. Okay, it looks like I managed to do that. Everything looks like it's got a nice little solder connection on it, even coming through here. Alright, we'll carry on. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this shunt resistor here is I'm going to stand it up off the board a little bit like this by bending the leads in. And that should keep it, if it gets hot, should keep it from burning the board. All right, we've got it all built up, and we're going to turn it on. Now I set the decimal place to up here so that full scale would read 2 amps rather than 2000 milliamps, or this would be deciamps, this would be centiamps, and that would be milliamps. But I just set it here. It's immaterial where it goes really, except it makes more sense here or not at all. And I decided to put it there. So anyway, let's turn it on. We'll check to see. I've got 5 volts coming in here, and I've got it limited to 50 milliamps. They say this thing should only draw 35. So let's turn it on and see what it actually draws. So it's drawing 40 milliamps. It does seem to be working. Okay, I'm going to set up some current through it here. Let me adjust that down a little bit. We'll start maybe about 100 milliamps and work our way up. I'm sure this is going to require some adjustment. So if we look at the schematic here, we can see here that TL431 reference here, and we have the little trimmer pot comes out of that and then goes into the DMM meter, the chip here, and so that probably needs adjustment because it just came out of the box. So anyway, let's just put 100 milliamps through it right now and see what we get. Turn that on. Okay, never mind that beep, that's just the power supply telling me that's in current limit mode. So it's saying 1005 here and 92 there, so it looks like it might need some adjustment. I'm going to bump that up to 1.99, and we'll adjust it at that. I'm going to feel that resistor too, see if it gets warm. The shunt resistor is not getting significantly warm at body temperature. And let's see if we can adjust that pot here. Is there any way I can do it so you can see it? I think we could probably arrange that. Going the right way? Yeah, we seem to be going the right way. So let's make it match the Bryman there exactly. That's what it's reading. So it's reading pretty much what the Bryman's reading now. Oh, very nice. You know, this could come in handy. This sort of device here can clip right into a panel, So it makes a nice little large panel meter. And yeah, I don't know if it's got stability issues or not, but basically if you round that off, that's exactly what you get. So a bit of an interesting build, I can say that for sure. I've looked at a couple of videos online of people building similar devices, and they're not in a language I understand. I can't quite understand how they got around the fact that if you put the IC chip in first, or the IC socket in first, then you can't get all these pins soldered. And if you put these in first like I did, then you got to stand the IC socket up off the board a little bit to get all the pins soldered in, because it blocks this row of pins down here. Interesting. And there's no instructions. I've looked at the website over there at IC Station, and they don't have any instructions regarding the right way to do it. So let's just finish up here with the final assembly. It snaps in, and then we put these screws in here, find a screwdriver that'll fit them. But other than that, the PCB was very easy to solder to, so in that respect it was really, really nice. And all the components seem to be well spec'd. There's a mixture of 1% and 5% resistors, but I guess that doesn't really matter. It would have been nice if they just picked one and went with that. And I can't complain about the quality of the components. If anybody's interested in getting one of these, it's an interesting build. And if anybody wants to get one, build it and let us know. They came up with a better way of getting both the IC socket and the display installed. I'd be interested in hearing about it. Okay, that should look nice and contrasty there. Yeah, very nice little kit. I can recommend it, provided you've got the skills to get around that little soldering snafu. All right, folks, that's it. So we end up with a nice little module that we can use in a project sometime in the future. I really like it when kits work out that way. I mean, it's fun just to build the kit and have some fun with it. Some of them that I know I have in there they're really just toys. You play with them for a few minutes, and then you pass them on to somebody else or something like that, and they play with them for a few minutes. But this is actually useful. I'll put a link to it down in the description, and if you're interested in building it, by all means, give it a shot. So that's it for today. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks very much. Bye.